Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
So Dr. Disrespect finally responded, and this situation just got crazy. If you guys aren't fully caught up on the Dr. Disrespect situation, let me explain. So around 2.5 months ago, an ex-Twitch employee by the name of Cody Connors made a tweet claiming that Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch for sexting a minor.
Oh shit, here we go again.
This tweet immediately went viral because the reason Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch in 2020 had never been disclosed publicly.
But back in 2020, he was banned from the streaming platform Twitch. But he never exactly stated why he had been banned from Twitch. It was just this big mysterious thing that got glossed over.
After this, Dr. Disrespect posted a long statement on Twitter, but ultimately, he had confirmed that he had indeed been banned from Twitch for talking to a minor inappropriately. This was the beginning of the end for Dr. Disrespect, because shortly after this tweet, he was demonetized on YouTube, fired from a gaming studio, and pretty much lost all of his friends.
I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet. And in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl and it went weird sometimes, you know, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that.
After this, Dr. Disrespect will go on a 2.5 month hiatus from streaming, where he'd occasionally post a tweet, but it will be met with hate because obviously he was seen as a pedophile. And that's pretty much the full story up until what happened today. Because for the first time in 2.5 months, Dr. Disrespect streamed again. And this wasn't an ordinary stream, this was him directly addressing all the allegations.
Yo.
It's Tom.
Yeah.
It's Tom.
He first starts off with him talking about the reason as to why he never disclosed anything regarding his Twitch ban publicly.
You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement.
This begs the question as to why Cody Connor leaked this info in the first place. I mean, the guy is literally an ex-employee, meaning at the point of when he leaked the info, he didn't even work there anymore. And if the case was already resolved like Doc said, that means he was only doing this for clout.
Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved, leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this?
After looking on Twitter for a bit, I stumbled across some old tweets from Cody Connors. In these tweets, Cody is trying to sell tickets to a show that he's performing at, and for some reason, he's trying to use Dr. Disrespect's information to do it. In this tweet, he says, and I quote, "If this show sells out, I'll 100% explain why we banned him during the set."
Y'all know what's going on, and so do I.
And this didn't just happen once, this happened multiple times. So with the added fact that the case had already been resolved and handled properly legally, there's no other reason besides clout and impressions that Cody Connors would have leaked this confidential information.
This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020. I mean, for what? Cody, why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors?
After this, Dr. Disrespect goes straight into denying the allegations of sexting anyone, and he even says something that gets kind of confusing.
You didn't have any first-hand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch as Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, Did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages?
This last statement right here was the confusing part, because when Dr. Disrespect first responded to the allegations, he himself confirmed this information, tweeting, and I quote, "Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes." So the bit of him saying did it occur to anyone that they weren't a minor doesn't really make any sense, considering he himself said they were, unless he's saying now that we shouldn't trust his word, which I know he isn't trying to say.
You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person ever. Then what they conveniently left out is, 1, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting.
Do you guys know what would solve this entire situation and clear up any confusion? If the chat logs were posted. This situation has been going on for like 4 years, and yet we still haven't seen anything of these logs. I know if I was Dr. Disrespect and people were lying on my name and I'm losing millions of dollars because of it, I'd want these logs to get public as soon as possible, unless these so-called logs still make him look very guilty.
I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. I even used the word inappropriate purposely. And look at how it's defined by everyone, champs. Huh? I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean, how would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words?
The truth is, if my group chat got leaked, not only would I be serving multiple life sentences, I'd probably have the death penalty.
What do you mean by that?
So I can understand his point there. However, my group chat doesn't include random minors who are fans of mine. Doc is old enough to understand that he shouldn't be having certain conversations with certain groups of people. Over the next few minutes, Dr. Disrespect talks about his ex-partner manager who had it out for him and how they were directly involved in him getting suspended on Twitch, which isn't really that important because I'm more concerned over why you got banned rather than who got you banned. But then he started tweaking.
Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
The fact that he said Twitch didn't investigate the age of consent in the jurisdiction of where the user sent the messages makes me believe that the user was probably 16 or 17, which in the US is still considered a minor, but in some other places it isn't. And I say this because if the user was over the age of 18, in his initial response statement, he wouldn't have used the word minor at all. That was pretty much the end of his response. The remaining 8 minutes would be considered a filler episode if this was an anime, so I'm saving you guys some time. Say thank you.
Shut up, bitch.
My opinion on the situation is more neutral now. Cody Connors is for sure a clout chaser who leaked confidential information and lied just for some impressions on Twitter. And I'm glad Dr. Disrespect was proven to have not sexted a minor, but I still wouldn't say I completely believe Doc yet either, because I would really love to see those chat logs.
People want to show the message, release the messages, show the messages. What are we in second grade?
I suspect there's a very good reason as to why he hasn't released them yet. Because sure, what he said in the chat logs may not have constituted as being illegal, but that doesn't mean it wasn't really weird. And with Dr. Disrespect being as calculated as he is, I definitely believe he knows releasing those chat logs will hurt him more than help him. But that's just my opinion and I could be wrong. This is still an ongoing situation, so I'll make sure to keep you guys updated in case anything happens. Let me know you guys' thoughts down below in the comments section, and if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.